What is up, guys? I'm Drake101 and welcome back to another video. In this video, we'll be going over my room setup for 2024. I decided to split this video up into 3 main sections. The first one, we're just going to be going through all the figures. The second section, we're going to go through basically merchandise that I like, so it's like art prints, pins, plushies, etc. And the third section, we'll be going over the setup of my room. This first part is just to give you guys a general overview of like how my room is set up. But with that out of the way, let's start with the figures. On the top of my first detail, we have the One Force Bunny Miku along with the Nendoroids of New Jersey and Roxy. On the first shelf, we got Demon Rem Crystal Dress by E-Stream, and below her, we have the Crystal Dress of Amelia. I absolutely love these two figures. The third shelf is a bit of a mixed shelf featuring Cafe Uzaki, Mei Kurumi, and Senko, and at the very bottom, we have 4 Nekopara pop-up parades. At my second detail, we don't have anything at the top at the moment, but the first shelf is a bit of a Crimson Demon display featuring the E-Stream Megumin, along with the Nendoroids of Megumin, Union, and Kameko. The shelf below that has 2 scale figures of Hollow and the Raphtalia from Kotobukiya, along with the Nendoroids. The third shelf is empty, and at the very bottom, we have a bit of a miscellaneous shelf featuring many different pop-up parades of different characters. The next display is my bookcase, which is only half filled, so I am looking forward to filling it completely up. Starting on the top, we have all of my Hololive figures, starting with Marine, Gura, Okayu, and Korone. Followed by Rusia, Fubuki, Mio, and Akane. And though she is not a Hololive figure, she is still a VTuber, which is Neanners. On the first shelf of this case, we have Sue from My Hero, along with her Nendoroid. We also have my Spiritel Toga here, which I still believe to be her best figure. And we also have Yami, who is here mostly because I am not sure where else to put her. Below them I have a bit of a China dress display. Starting on the left side, we have the China dress Kurumi by Chara Annie, Rimuru Nendoroid, and the China dress Rimuru by E-Stream. On the right side, we have the China dress Milim by E-Stream as well, along with the Milim Nendoroid and the China dress Toka by Chara Annie. The shelf in the center, I only have the E-Stream Kurumi currently there, though I do have plans to get the E-Stream White Queen and Toka figure when they eventually release. The next place I like to display them is under my TV. This is where you'll find the majority of my Nendoroids, but first we'll be looking at the Miku Prize figure by Taito. This figure was given to me as a gift and I was pleasantly surprised by her quality because she looks really good. Behind her, we have a little Nadeshiko Nendoroid hiding, followed by a little Nadeshiko made by Plum. And finally, this is my last Nadeshiko figure, which is the pop-up parade. On the acrylic riser, we have Nadeshiko's sister, which is Sakura. Next to her, we have Rin riding on her scooter. Futaba from My Senpai is Annoying, which is a pretty wholesome show. I do recommend it. And next to her, we have the Kitagawa hugging her pillow. The gap next to her is so I could put Shizuku Nendo when I unbox her, since I waited so long to do this video she released. And finally, we have the Quintuplest Sister, which I am debating if I should be going for the Wedding Nendoroid set or if I should just let it be. Below them, we have the Spy Family Nendoroids, and I do have Bond pre-order, so he will be joining them when he comes in. Next to them, I have the Futaba Nendoroid from Persona 5. And I do have the Nezuko Nendoroid, though I don't plan on getting any more Demon Slayer Nendoroids. I have the 02 Nendoroid next to her. And finally, my 3 Fate Nendoroids being Mysterious Hero 1X Alter, Nitocris, and Shuten Doji. The shelf below them, I have the Shiro, Jibro, and Tatsumaki just vibing. White Blood Cell from Cells That Worked. The Ryuko Nendo, and next to the Ryuko Nendo, I have my 2 Ruby Nendoroids. Next to them, I have my Nier Automata Nendoroids of 2B and A2. And finally, the last row, I have starting with Purple Heart and Neptune Nendoroids. Followed by the Certo Nendoroid from Arknights, who is my favorite unit in the game. And the next 2 are from Guilty Gear, being the Ramlethal Nendoroid, which is one I am always afraid moving, and the Dizzy Nendoroid. I also got the Bridget Nendoroid coming in sometime this month, and I could only hope that they give Melia a figure someday. Next up, we have the Marnie Nendoroid. And we have the Cynthia and Garchomp scale keeping watch of her. Here we have a little Bronzong figure. And behind them we have a wall of the evolutions, though some are a little tough to see. I do have my GameCube still plugged in, but next to that, I have my Kirby Nendoroid who is just chilling there, and a cool figure of Link. I have these 2 great prize figures of Android 18 and Bulma. And by the way, this pop figure right here is actually a chase of Tatsumaki. And I do have these 2 columns of pops that stretch all the way to the top. All of this sits on top of my Calyx unit, which you can buy at IKEA. And back then I did collect a lot of pop figures, which I stored inside it. Though I have so many pops that most of them are in storage, so what you see here is about a third of my pop collection. While we're on this side of the room, I also want to show off this last figure here, which is the Pokemon Nappa Snorlax. I really love how this figure looks, it is very cute. The last place I have to show you for my display are the shelves above my desk, which will be starting off with the left shelf, which is pretty much a Data Life shelf. Starting on the left, we have the White Queen from Kadokawa, followed by the Origami Nendoroid. We have the Data Life China dress set from Apex taking center stage. And we have the Good Smile Kurumi scale along with her Nendoroid. The shelf in the middle has my Oidan Kurumi figure. And my Land of the Eternal Hatsune Miku figure, which is actually the first video on my channel that reached 1K views, so I want to say thank you guys so much for the support, it means a lot. The third shelf on the right, I have my Princess Connect Redye figures, featuring the Nendoroids and the Furyu figures. Starting on the left, we have the Kokoro figure, who is an absolutely stunning figure. In the center, we have the Pecory looking lovely, though I do have a little bit of regret for getting her, mostly because of the base being so gigantic. And we also have the Carol figure, who is in the same boat. Looks really good, but the base is too big. Starting with the plushies, by my bed, I have a bunch that I just kind of stuffed into this little cube storage. You could actually see Kyogre right here. But above that, I have 4 of my favorite plushies being Hayasaka, Rem, Kurumi, and Miku. To the right of that, on my little bookshelf, I have some more plushies, though my favorites here are definitely the Kirby, the instant ramen one, and the Eye. And on top of my windowsill, I have some more plushies from franchises of Hunter x Hunter, Pokemon, and Monster Hunter. Over by my desk, I have more things on the wall. For instance, this keychain, which I got as a gift featuring Amelia and Puck, if I can just get Puck to come to the front. I have this Good Smile Mart keychain, which was gifted to me when I went to an event with my friend. And I also have this Kill la Kill keychain, which has characters like Satsuki, Senketsu, Ryuko, and Mako. On the column to the left of that, I have this Predator bottle opener, which is pretty cool, and 2 full lanyards of just pins that I thought were cool and I stuck on here. Under my monitors, I have acrylics, mostly of Miku, but of other characters I like as well. And I also do have this like acrylic diorama of the quintuplets. In this top corner, I have a bunch of pop keychains. And below that, on this tiny table, which may or may not remain here, I have these Dragon Ball Gachapons, which I was just lucky enough to get the ones I wanted. Being Super Saiyan 4 Goku, and UI Goku, Super Saiyan Goku, and he's kind of hidden because of the dark, sorry about that, Gogeta. Above my door is a pinboard of sorts, which is just full of characters from shows or games I liked. You see characters like Luffy, Megumin, Suletta, or some original characters, though my favorites are definitely the Boki the Rock set and the Sakura Miku, which is made by an artist called Firestia. And besides them, I have a lanyard which is just full of Genshin pins featuring Shenhe, Hu Tao, Kokomi, Raiden, Yaimiku, and the best Genshin character of all, Giorno Giovanna. Other than the ones that I already showed you, I also got posters, wall scrolls, art prints, and even a display. I will show all of them later, but for now, I will show you the ones that have special value to me. Starting off with these two, they are prints of Toga and Diva, and the artists who made these two are Potato Buns. Along with those, the same artist made these League of Legends prints as well, and this Hestia print was made by Cassie100. The next print up is of Ai Hoshino, made by Firestia. I picked this up from a small anime event I attended during the summer, and I really love how it looks. The next 3 prints are all made by the same artist, but I have forgotten his name, so if anyone knows, please leave a comment down below. I will very much appreciate it. The first one I want to show off is this Jujutsu Kaisen print. I love the chill vibe it gives off, and I also like the smaller details hidden within, such as the stickers in the background being different characters from the show. The next one is a print of the Lost Woods from Breath of the Wild. The scenery is very beautifully done, and the art looks so mysterious and magical. The last one is of Kame House, and you can see Kid Goku and Krillin playing on the beach. And I don't know what it is, but I get such a nostalgic feeling when I look at this piece of art. Up next, we have some fan art from Genshin and Honkai Star Rail. The first one is of Raiden, my favorite character in Genshin, and Yaimiku, who I don't have yet, but will hopefully pull the next time she reruns. Both of them were made by Firestia. This last one is of Fushwan, my favorite character in Honkai Star Rail. And not only does this art look so good, the reason I framed it is because it was a gift from my brother that he got me when he came home from Comic-Con. He had the English voice actor for Fushwan sign it, and honestly this is not only the coolest, but also my favorite piece of art I own. As for the artist who made the actual image, I don't know who it was, and my brother does not remember either, so if anyone knows, again, please leave a comment down below. Now we could finally talk about the setup, and we'll be starting with the entrance again. I got 2 wall scrolls on my door. The first one you guys are probably familiar with, being my Karumi wall scroll. And behind that, I have my Rei wall scroll, which I've had for a couple months now. On the wall to the right, I have my Quintuplets wall scroll. Absolutely love it. 2 posters showing Sue from My Hero and Priestess from Goblin Slayer, and a Dragon Ball Z poster that I have had for about 5 or 6 years now. I have 4 more posters acting as a kind of background for my display, one of Tatsumaki, 2 ReZero posters, and at the very bottom is a Bleach poster. That about does it from the entrance of my room. Just a few things that I like, and you get kind of a good feel for my room. Across from that, we have my desk area, which is basically where I do everything. Where I game, watch anime, edit, school, you name it. Like many, my PC is the most important thing on my desk. I will show you the specs on screen now, but the most important thing to know about my PC is that for its GPU, it uses a RTX 3070 and a Ryzen 7 2700X for the CPU. In front, I have a tiny katana, and by it, I have my Nintendo Switch. This is actually the Splatoon 3 OLED version of it, and honestly, I think it is pretty cool. Below that, I have my Dragon Ball Legends coaster, and under that, I have my Genshin mousepad, which has Paimon on it. By the way, the mouse I use is the Razer Viper 8K, if you're interested. As for my keyboard, I use the Razer Huntsman Elite, which has been a pretty comfortable keyboard to use in my opinion. The wrist rest is detachable, and I have it rest on top of the other Genshin desk mat. This one actually shows Yoimiya and Ayaka. This is the mic I use, which is the Blue Yeti, a pretty common mic a lot of people use. And these are the headphones I use, the Arctis 7 from SteelSeries. I also put a Soul Society patch on the side because honestly, I thought it would look cool. Behind my mic is my iPad that I mostly use to draw, though I am still trying to get used to the drawing on the digital platform. These are the 2 monitors I use, though I can't remember the names of them. The main thing to know is that they are 1440p and that I got some nice wallpaper on them right now. Hidden on the side, I have some Zelda posters. Behind my desk, I have my One Piece disc plate and a Nikkei wall scroll of Scarlet. They both look really good, though I am considering moving them to a different spot. Speaking of moving, the table below that I plan to change soon. As for the dresser, probably gonna get moved as well. Behind the dresser though, I have the foldable table, which I use in a lot of my videos. And at the back of my bed, I keep all of my DS, 3DS, and Game Boy games / systems. Along with the piggy bank, which I've had since I was like 10. I mentioned it before, but here is my tiny bookshelf. On the bottom, we just have some cards, my sketchbooks, and some comics. The middle shelf has more things I use for tech, so like microfiber cloths for cleaning, electric blower, my Nintendo Switch case, and my camera bag. And the top shelf has a small mug collection, which is hidden behind this Dexbox holder. Along with my Vegeta cup and some DBZ themed glasses. Oh, I almost forgot to mention the Dragon Ball Z Fighters art panels that I stuck on the wall. And the rest you guys have already seen before when I spoke about the figures, but the one thing I didn't mention is that I have 2 katanas placed above the TV. That just about covers everything with my room. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. I want to thank you guys for helping us reach 100 subscribers. You guys are amazing, and honestly, I did not think I would be able to get this far. With all that being said though, that will be all from me, and make sure you guys take it easy.